What's up, y'all? It's your boy Jay Bass with darklightsounds.com. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you some tricks and tips on how to make your music more emotional, so that way you can help your audience, or your artist to feel a certain type of way, okay? Because that's what music is used for. It's used to bring out certain emotions out of people, affect their emotions, affect their inner being, okay? So, for example, like maybe party music, maybe funeral music, love music, different types of music, So it doesn't have to be just a trap beat. It can be pop, country or whatever, classical. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's the main thing. If you're a music producer and you're not actually making people feel, certain emotions with your music, then you're not really making music. You're just clicking in sounds. Anybody can do that. But if you can just use certain techniques and strategies and skills, to bring out certain emotions, then now you're truly producing music as a true music producer, okay? So we're gonna go right into it and show you these simple few little tricks. Just this cushion behind my back. All right, so we're gonna start off with the choirs, and this beat that I made, it came from what is called the Track King sound pack, which you can also check out at darklightsounds.com. Right here, I got started with some choirs. Yeah, and I use choirs, strings, a synth bass, and an 808. Of course, I also got some drums as well. All right, so I'm gonna show you what I did. A few tricks that I use. Okay, we'll start in the right place. All right, here we go. Start with the strings. Here we go. Alright, so with the strings, if you look close on the track, it's the number 6 track, it says strings. I have it going down the center right here, meaning I didn't pan it or anything. I just kept it going straight down the center. Alright, as far as like hearing it, it's not panned to the left or the right. You're going to hear it in both ears. Primarily just going down the center, okay? So then what I did was, to get a sense of space, I added choirs, right? You have your 1 choir and your 2 choir, all right? But if you look at the choir tracks, I panned it left and right, okay? So we're going to have our strings going down the middle, and then, or as more like a support, right? And then we're going to have 1 choir going pan towards the left and a choir pan towards the right, okay? And I didn't pan it all the way, I just want to just kind of pan it a little bit, maybe almost about 35 degrees, not a complete 45, about 35, And so now it's going to be like a strings and choir group, all right? But here we go, so you can hear it. Alright, so you can kind of hear the space now. So you got the strings going down the center, and you got your choir on the left and your choir on the right. And if you also listen closely, both choirs don't come in at the same time. You have 1 choir that comes in more like an answering call. Then you have the other choir that comes in. Okay, so that's another strategy you can also use to bring out emotion. It's called an answering call effect. Okay, you have one part that calls, and then you have the other part that answers. Okay, I'm gonna play it again so you can hear it. First choir. All right, so that's one other trick you can use, answering call effect, as well as the panning effect, and keeping one instrument down the center and the other two instruments pan. Okay, and here's another trick I use is I use the synth bass on this part here also, on this section. All right, now the thing is, with the choirs and the strings, is doing the same thing. It doesn't really change. Okay, so the mood kind of still stays the same, but now if you want to kind of change the mood a little bit or bring a different feel to it, a trick you can use is change the bass part. Okay, meaning you can use the same chords or the same melody line and harmony line, but when you want to make a change, you change the bass. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and play it so you can see. All right, so here we go. All right, now watch the bass change. Watch this. So it was the same at first, but then when the bass changed, it kind of gave you a different feel, more of a different, effect. Like, oh, he kind of changed. Okay, I like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but the strings and the choirs was still doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's something you will learn. Like, you will learn this in music theory, because what it is a rule called the bass determines your chord. Okay, so you could be using the same chord pattern and the same melody pattern, but if your bass changes, then your chord change. You change the chord progression. Okay, so, and I won't go into detail on how to do it because that's after studying years of music theory. You learn that. And if you don't know, I mean, you may do it by luck, but you don't really know exactly what you're doing. But now you know since you're looking at this video here. Okay, so now here's one other last trick I'm gonna show you is what is called, they call it a color change, or another way you can describe color change is voice change. All right, now all the voices gonna pretty much be the same. The only voice that's gonna change here is going from the synth bass to the 808. Okay, because I also have an 808 here in the beat. So when we bring the 808 and the drums, now we have the color kind of changes a little bit and the mood is kind of altered. Okay, so but then the strings and the choir is still going to be doing the same thing. It's not going to change. It's going to keep doing the same thing, keep repeating, but we're going to bring a different part in, which is the 808, which has a different nature than the synth bass. Okay, and the synth bass has a different nature than the 808. Okay, and which brings a different version of the emotion that you're bringing out of your artist or audience, or people that's listening to your music. All right, so here we go. We're gonna start with this section here, and then we're gonna go into the part where the 808 and the drums come in. All right, here we go. Now we're gonna bring the 808 in. to that Simpson again. Change. All right. So those are a few little tricks, you know, that you can use to bring out certain emotions, you know, so, and also so that your beat is not just boring, it's not just doing the same thing and, you know, for 1,000 measures and there's no change, no nothing. It's kind of like a lifeless beat. You actually bring life, emotion, and feeling, because if you're not bringing out feeling and bringing the inner being emotions out of people and making them react a certain type of way, you know what I'm saying, then you're not really truly being a true music producer. You know what I'm saying? You got to have that crazy in you. You know that you got to bring that inner being out of people. You know what I'm saying? When you can do that, then you have accomplished being a true music producer. Okay, so it's more than just getting some plugins, clicking beats in, and then just hit the plugin and that's it. No. You got to know how to take the tools, you know, the plugins and the sounds and, you know, and the mixing board and the programs and the DAWs and the reverbs and all of that, and manipulate it to bring out certain things, and the, you know what I'm saying, the little drops and the, what do you call it, a disc jockey effect type thing, you know, the turntable effects, you know, all of that. It just brings out the emotions out of people, you know what I'm saying? And then that's how you become that great master music producer. All right. So other than that, if you like this beat, you can go to darklightsounds.com, check it out. You know, it's called the Trap King Sound Pack. You know, go ahead and check it out. Also giving away a free sample pack. You know, just go down, get to the link, go to the site, go down to the bottom, and download your free sound pack. If I'm correct, I think this one is also included in there also as one of the loops, free loops, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, it's your boy Jay Bass with darklightsounds.com. See y'all in the next video.